Kuroneko thank you very much. Hi, Ike, I just want to make sure of something. Don't have to answer if you don't feel comfortable. I know you're afraid of big bells, but not of the chime in the instrumental, right? I don't like the sound of big bells. A small bell is fine, like a little chime, like a wind chime, or a little. If you watch Untitled Goose Game, the bell in that game that you grab at the end that just goes bling ding 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 ding. That's fine. But if it's a big bell that like sounds like bong, like a low pitch, that is something I am very bad with. But when it comes to music, there's something called tubular bells. That kinda sounds like a bell, but not really. But those don't really scare me. If anything, I think they sound cool, because when I think about them, I don't think of a bell. I think of tubes. They don't really look like bells at all. So those I'm 100% fine with. But yeah, seeing big bells up close and hearing like the sound of a big bell being hit, that's where I struggle. There's actually one of my favorite channels is called Rob Scallon. He's an amazing musician. And there was one time where he was gonna show off an instrument that just lets you play bells in a church. And I wanna watch that video so bad. I've tried a few times, but I physically can't make it through it. I can't make it through that video, and it makes me so sad because I wanna watch that video so bad. It seems like such an interesting video. Are we allowed to know why you're afraid of bells? I wish I knew. It's just something I noticed that one day. I wish I knew why I was afraid of bells, so that might actually give me a reason, or not really a reason, a way to remedy it, to sort of overcome that fear, but as of right now, I have no idea. Maybe that's young childhood trauma? I don't think so. I never had any experiences with bells. It was just one day when I was standing in front of... I was going through like a tour of a bell tower, and when we got to the bell room, I noticed when I was standing in front of the two giant bells that I just realized, oh my god, I am having the worst panic attack right now. I just was so scared, and I don't know why. I don't know why. I have no freaking clue. I think the bells in Drakengard would be trauma-inducing? Not really. I think it's because I listened to those bells when I was young, before I was afraid of them. I'm not like as scared by them. Sure, they sound unnerving, but that fits the scene of Ending E. If anything, I think that it's appropriate, and I like that there's bells during the final boss of Drakengard. It's like the one exception I can think of. It doesn't make any sense. That's a wonderful thing about irrational fears, is that they don't make sense. Do cowbells count? No, cowbells do not count. Those I'm 100% fine with. Yeah, there are bells everywhere. You don't really notice how common church bells actually are until you actually have to worry about them like me. Bell rings every day at my place, Sag. I don't mind bells ringing in the distance so much, it just makes me uncomfortable. But there was one point when, during the off collab in the UK, where there was a lot of several churches that was ringing at the same time. So I just like walked with my fingers in my ear, and just like was really, really like uncomfortable. And Nina Senpai was just like patting me like, it's okay, Ike. And then when we finally got far away enough so that I couldn't hear the bells anymore, I just looked at Nina Senpai and I just muttered to her, God, Christianity. By the way, that was just in the heat of the moment. I don't actually have anything against Christianity. It was just me being frustrated with the bells.